Hello, Capricorn, my old friends. I love copy with Cappy episodes. Episodes, I don't know what you call them. I don't know what I'm talking about. Right, okay, so don't worry too much about the gender of the cards. He, she, they, take it as it resonates, but this is all your energy to me today. So the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles to me are very similar energies, but this is somebody who's independent and this is somebody who is working with others. So with the Ten of Pentacles is between these two energies. The Ten of Pentacles is about, it can be about legacy, about inheritance, about building wealth that can support generations to come. It's about being in a place where you work, where there's a lot of harmony, everybody works well together, or it's a family situation where everybody's got the role to play and there's a lot of support there. There's a lot of wealth involved here, a lot of money involved in your reading today, which is quite typical of Capricorn energy. Now, you may be sat here thinking, I don't feel particularly wealthy. Maybe not, but it could just be that there's something going on in terms of career or the way that you earn money or what you do for a living or something like this where it could be, I'm getting like investment. So I don't know if it's a literal money investment or if it's an investment of time that you're doing. But you're either, because the Ten of Pentacles is in the middle, the Nine of Pentacles, the one on this card has 9 and the Queen of Pentacles has 1 pentacle, which makes the 10. So either there's some kind of like splitting, a division of the time and labor, or there's some kind of, you could be like dealing with another Capricorn, but I just see it as kind of like some kind of situation you're involved in, where there's a lot of like where it's like something that you put effort into or time or money into, but there's other people involved. So either you're going solo, going independent here, or you are teaming up with people and kind of different people are investing into this situation. So it could be different things for different people. What I'm also really noticing today is this house in the background, this castle. So and the land. So there could be something to do with land. Either like land inheritance, or you're purchasing a property, or you're investing into your, it could just be like you're investing into your garden. It's spring, you could just be digging things up. I'm noticing like you can see the soil on her card, but here there's kind of like this abundant like shrubbery there, and then there's kind of like vine things or roses growing around her card here. So it's talking to me very much about seeing the potential of something and investing in it. Again, it could be your garden, investing time and effort into it to make it look nice, to make it a pleasant environment to be in, something to do with like the environment you're in, or you're doing up your home in order to sell it, or you're downsizing for some of you, or you're buying a new property or investing in some sort of business. There's something to do with that going on for you at the moment. It feels quite optimistic, whatever it is. I actually heard securing an investment. So you could be I don't know, securing a job that you really wanted, a position that you really wanted, some kind of like securing a property, you know, making the down payment on it. There's something that you're doing, you know, you could be buying a car, it could be a number of things, right? But it feels like there are other people involved, whether you're going independent from like and splitting from a group, or you're teaming up. That you're not the only person in this situation. There's other people involved. So you could be wondering if this person is going to make an investment. You know, maybe you're dependent on someone else's investment, time, money, work, whatever that is, or you're investing in someone else. I don't know, but you can see there's this old man on this card, and then this couple here and a child. So this does talk about something that's generational, like building a legacy for yourself and others, or, you know, it doesn't even necessarily mean your family tree, although it could do. It could also talk about the work that you're doing benefiting people in the future. You know, maybe you work in, I can't think of an example. Maybe you're doing something with the structure of your workplace where you're making things better so that the people who follow are going to, you know, have a better work-life balance. It could be anything like that, basically. But anyway, that's enough of me waffling with my intuitive stuff. I'm going to actually start to pull cards for you and we'll see what we get. But it's a really nice, the thing with this Capricorn energy that I really like about it is this when you make this investment, whatever it is, whatever you invest your time, focus, energy, interest into, it normally does grow. It normally does pay off, because you are very nurturing. You are very, you care a lot about the things that you do, but you do expect a return on that investment. You do expect the other people involved to put in, you know, a reasonable amount of effort, right? So there could be something to do with somebody not investing as much as they should be doing. That just came through then as I started to put the cards away, so that might not be for everybody. Right, okay, I need to drink some more coffee. Like, third reading of the day. I'm on, I did Libras yesterday on Sunday, and I've just done Scorpio and Sagittarius, and I'm on to yours on Monday. But I'm doing it, even though I am targeting it for Thursday. My intention is that it's going to go up on Thursday. Whenever this reading finds you, it's yours at that time. I recently watched a Sun Tarot video from like a year ago, and it was so like spot on for me. So whenever the videos find you, no matter what the date on the video, it's meant to find you at that time, you know. So Watch by Billie Eilish is playing here, so you may find that relevant, you may not. It's just the song that ran on from Sagittarius's reading, so ignore that if it's not for you, but it could be. So Capricorn, please. We're doing Capricorn, please. The video will go live on Thursday. Capricorn for Thursday. What will this reading involve, please? Give us an overview of what to expect from this reading for Capricorn. Scorpio rising, death in Vegas. Well, maybe don't go to Vegas anytime soon. Excuse me a second. Sorry, just you may find that everything's a bit noisy at the moment. It is half term, my kids are off, the neighbours' kids are off, there's somebody's doing some DIY, so you're going to hear a lot of random noises going on there. I've just opened my window as well because I was getting a bit warm. As soon as I mentioned Scorpio, I get warm. Scorpio rising, death in Vegas. I may actually just look up the lyrics to this song. I can hear the tune, I can't quite hear the lyrics. Scorpio rising. Okay. No, could I please have the song? It's giving me the album. Just 1 second, sorry. Oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on with Scorpio energy this week. When you kiss the base of my spine, make my body into your shrine. You give me this feeling deep inside, one that I can no longer disguise. While other snakes just shed their skins, effed holes pointing out my sins. Even though I realise that history is not on my side, even though I realise the pioneer's skin still curls up in my eyes. I don't understand it. If I don't go crazy, I'll lose my mind. I saw a life before me, but now I'm blind. I want to go to heaven, never been there before. I want to go to heaven, so you give me some more. Flying high upon the gallows, too messed up to step out of the shadows. A drugged up heart that knows no sorrow, rescued from this deep, dark hole. Stick on those boots and sharpen the nails. Time is nigh for you leather girls. Maybe we should end this race, vanish while we cannot leave no trace. If I don't go crazy, I'll lose my mind. Seeing one-armed film stars on alien beaches, potted gold and tattooed faces, Harrison murals on the corner, Tupperware boxes full of hops, diazepam dreams, they're catching streams, paper dinosaurs flash blue and green. I've got a flashbulb head. Come along nice, come along dead. Scorpio rising and paint it red, a psychic equalizer in your head. Come along nice, come along dead. Scorpio rising. So whatever that means to you, I don't know. Where's Liam Gallagher on vocals on that? I didn't realise that. Plenty of good old Manchester stuff going on here. Right, okay. It doesn't give me any information there about, other than, I'm on, why am I waffling so much? I'm on genius.com, and it doesn't really give me any more information about it other than it's Liam Gallagher on the vocals, which I wasn't aware of, so good to know. Scorpio rising, do you have a Scorpio placement? Are you embracing your dark side, possibly? If I don't go crazy, I'll lose my mind. You are a very stable energy. You know, if you've been doing a lot of stuff involving, I don't know, business, contracts, investments, you know, if you've been very, very grounded, this is like 3 cards, all pentacle energy, all earth energy. Maybe you've been all work and no play for a while. Maybe you need to, if I don't go crazy, I'll lose my mind. Maybe you need to go and have a bit of playtime, Capricorn, possibly. Maybe with a Scorpio, I don't know. The other thing I wanted to mention here is like this crow. It kind of looks like it's got a cat's head to me. I don't know what that means. Sagittarius had a black cat in their reading. Was it Sagittarius? I'm not sure. Right, okay. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to see what the cards say, because that is, I don't really know what to make of that. Okay, you are the devil card as well in the tarot. Maybe it's time to, maybe you've been a bit too serious. You need to let a bit of that devil side out, possibly. You know, all work and no play make Capricorn a very boring boy or lady or non-gender person. Right, okay. Gender, non-binary. I don't know. Words are hard today. Right, let's get going. So can I get a card, please, for Capricorn's reading today? Capricorn's reading, please, to go live on Thursday. What does Capricorn need to know today? What would you like to tell Capricorn? Nothing. You know everything already, Capricorn. Oh. Can I get 1 card, please? If you want to give me 3 cards, that's fine. You know, whatever you want to do. There we go. Whoa, okay. Okay. I shouldn't have opened my mouth. The Sands of Time. So again, he's got like these contracts in his hands. There could be something to do with divine timing at play, knowing when is the right time to do something and when is the right time to hold back. Maybe just thinking it's time for me to get out there and have a good time. I am not quite sure, but maybe you're aware of time passing, you want to get something done, but you want to get it done by a certain point in your life, a certain time. So the Akashic Library, again, this ancestral energy, the Architect, the Willow, and Commitment. Okay, so definitely similar to what I was picking up on here. So again, the Willow and the Akashic Library, this talks about ancestry, family trees for me, past lives, life after death, soulmate energy, death and rebirth. If you're not into all that kind of stuff, it's okay. Just kind of ignore it and leave it for the people who it is for, right? Who are interested in that. So if it's not your thing, that's okay. But I'll explain these to you kind of towards the end. The Akashic Library is kind of like it's the psychic storehouse of all information, everything that ever was and everything that ever will be. Perhaps you're interested in exploring the Akashic records. Perhaps this is something you do. I would love to, but I don't know how, and maybe that's something I should eventually look into. But yeah, you may have undergone hypnosis or something like this to explore past lives. But here it could also tell me about ancestry. Perhaps you've been exploring your ancestry. You know, there's plenty of websites that allow you to do that, and DNA testing and things like this, where perhaps you've traced your family legacy back a little bit and you found some interesting things, or maybe that's something that you want to do. I'm noticing the 2s as well. You've got 2 and 2. So they could, oh, and 1 and 1, look, 2 and 2 and 1 and 1. So yeah, you could definitely be teaming up with somebody here, or entering into some sort of partnership, or separating from some kind of partnership or business deal. It could go either way. So whatever that is for you. The Willow here as well. I'm noticing it's radiating light. Radiating light. So trees grow over time. They get bigger and bigger over time. They do symbolize ancestry to me, and I'm just with this river passing as well. It's like the river symbolizes emotions for me. My throat's closing up. May definitely be someone who's struggling to communicate something. I think I get that a lot for you. Maybe struggling to communicate emotions here to somebody in your family, but the tree is growing strong because it absorbs some of the water here from this river. So emotions help the tree to be stronger. There has to be an emotional investment as well, is what I'm getting from that, in whatever situation you're dealing with. especially if it involves family or some sort of legacy that you're building. There's a lot of books and contracts and things here in this reading. I do feel like definitely, look, you've got the architect as well. And I was saying that in the background of one of these cards, I was really drawn to the house. So you could definitely be doing something with, maybe you're building your dream house. Maybe you've made some money and you're like, I'm going to buy my dream house. I'm going to build my dream house. I'm hearing Barbie life in the dream house. Maybe you're expanding your house, you know, adding an extra room. Maybe you're renovating. It could be a number of things. But it does talk about building something. This is the person who has the plans. This is the person who has, like, look, look at all the kind of plans on the table there. And then you've got this contract. So it's like maybe you are employing contractors to get something done. Maybe because the architect is the person who has the idea, who has the vision, who oversees. So yeah, it could be maybe you're like doing up property or investing in property, or you're the one with the plans, you're the one who's directing others, I think. Or maybe you need to employ an architect, I don't know. And commitment. So this talks about something that you are committed to doing. You may have contracts or legalities involved. You may have signed something. You may be dealing with paperwork. Yeah, I feel like there's something involving a contract, whether you're getting into it or out of it. I see it as into it. I see you as like literally like contracting people, or signing contracts, making agreements, getting other people on board. Okay, let's get an energy then for the reading. So what's Capricorn's energy like at the moment? Tell me about Capricorn's energy. The peacock. I did a peacock reading this week. The bear on the bottom as well. That's perseverance, and also coming out of a time of rest into a time of work. You know, if you think about the hibernation of a bear and it being springtime. So I'm coming out looking really good as well. Yeah, so I do have a peacock reading. It's a Tell Me Anything reading. It was a part of a series of readings that I did, all involving making the most of your life, kind of doing, yeah, not regretting things, getting things done. So you may want to go and look up that reading. It may have some significance for you, maybe somebody that you're dealing with. But I do see it as your energy because I associate the peacock with this Nine of Pentacles card. So I think actually if you count the eyes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it does have 9 eyes. So the Nine of Pentacles and the peacock both talk to me about being doing really well for yourself, really investing in yourself, looking really, really good, having quite a lot of the finer things in life, if you like, or at least you have the tools to get them. So even if you're in a place right now where you're saying, that's not me, I don't have any money, you know, you have the ability, you have the skill set, whether you realize it or not, to be very independent and to do very well for yourself, to make your own wishes come to life because of your hard work and investment. So very, very positive cards to get. And I do very much see this as Capricorn energy. You may be tempted to show off a bit. You may be a bit tempted to say, look at everything I have, look at everything I've worked for. There is a sense of pride and ego with that. But do you know what? I think your mentality is, if I've worked hard for this, if I've invested my time in this, I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud that I have something to show for everything that I've done, everything that I've worked hard for. You know, so why shouldn't I show off? Because it's not like this was all given to me on a plate. Maybe some of you did get something that was like a family legacy, right? But a lot of you tend to have worked very hard for what you have. So yeah, why shouldn't you show off, right? Why shouldn't you shine your colours for everybody to see? The peacock is also associated with wealth and prosperity. I think in one of those readings last week, I think it came out in the I think it was in the last reading I did, so that would have been the Stingray reading. We actually had a peacock card that told you about the mythology of peacocks a little bit. I associate them with the goddess Hera, who was the Greek goddess of the house and home and marriage. And also they are associated with Lakshmi, who is it Hindi? I need to brush up on my mythology from other cultures. But yeah, definitely from sort of Indian sort of way, this goddess of prosperity as well. So yeah, definitely a symbol of prosperity. And they're giving me something like all that glitters is not gold, but they've put a spin on it, but I'm not quite getting what they're saying. So it's like, it's something like all the gold that shimmers. And they're showing me a peacock shimmering. All the gold that shimmers. I don't know. Take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. I don't understand what they're giving me half the time. Right, so here we go. We're going to emotions, headspace, action space, past, present, and future. So the emotional past for Capricorn. The emotional past for Capricorn. What has Capricorn been dealing with emotionally? Oh, Tower in reverse. I may have to pull a clarifier on that. Scorpionic energy there. Currently, you've got the 7 of Cups and the 10 of Wands. Okay. Maybe feeling a bit burdened by choice, not really knowing, a little bit overwhelmed, possibly. Future energy there. Future emotions for Capricorn, please. Future emotions for Capricorn. Future emotions for Capricorn, please. Whoa, quite a lot going on here. Right, so on the surface level, you've got the 10 of Pentacles. Again, this talks about the time investment. It tends to be Virgo energy for me. So good things take time investment. Again, this sense of being disappointed because something that you invested in, I think, didn't pay off emotionally. So this emotional feeling of like the glass half empty, spilt milk, kind of, if you like. But there's 2 cups still standing, so there is an opportunity to move on to something better, possibly. But secretly here, you've got... Okay, so something complicated going on for you emotionally in the future, because secretly you've got success, feeling trapped, and the Fool. So I'm going to dive into this a little bit deeper. I'm really noticing the castles, by the way. There's a castle on the background of this card, a castle on this card. The Tower's a castle. So are you inheriting a castle? That feels a bit unlikely for most people, but maybe one of you are. I don't know. Yeah, guarded. So this is like somebody not letting you in, or not having the keys to the house, or not letting someone else in, like holding on to something, holding on to property. I am strongly getting something to do with property. So if that's, it might, you know, if this isn't resonating, it might just not be your reading. You know, it might be for someone else sometime. But you know, I do tend to get different, like the energy is like slightly different sometimes. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, I recognize that energy. That's like a reading I did a while back. And sometimes I get like new people into the reading, and the story will change a bit. But yeah, so this is definitely something involving. I am getting property investment quite strongly in some sort of way, but it doesn't have to be that. We'll see how it goes. Knight of Cups. So I didn't ask anything there, but the Knight of Cups is showing. So this is a very fiery, emotional offer. I always feel like that little mouse there is going, slow down, whoa. Right, okay. In your past thoughts then, Ace of Pentacles, so new investment. Thinking about making a new investment. There's some sort of taking up a new offer. I'm going to explore all this in more depth, by the way. I just want to pull all the cards first to get a proper overview of what's going on. So in your current thoughts, please. In Capricorn's current thoughts, what's going on currently in Capricorn's thoughts? God, you've got so much going on. Right. Which way, please? In the reverse. That's interesting. This has come out for a few. It came out for Libra and Sagittarius, I think. It may have also come out for Scorpio, but now it's in reverse for you. Oh my goodness. Right, Ace of Wands, the Hermit, Page of Cups, Queen of Cups, Four of Pentacles. So that's that card again, that guardedness. What is going on with you at the moment? Look, it's like they're all forward facing. There's like this new start with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Passionate new start. Doing some soul searching, moving forward with some sort of emotional offer. But then there's this guarded energy, like blocking the path. Okay, I'm going to get more into that as well in a little bit. But Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So, future thoughts, please, for Cappy. Moving on. Sagittarius has something very similar where they were dealing with something, it was like a really heavy burden, and eventually they just kind of got sick of it and they kind of cut the losses and went on. So I don't know if there's something like that going on. Maybe you're on the cusp of Sag and Cap. Wheel of Fortune. So your luck is changing. There is going to be a change of fortune, good karma, a good karmic cycle coming in. But remember that the wheel is always turning. What goes up must come down. So what I'm getting, sorry, I just went quiet then as I was thinking about this, the Star there as well, and the Chariot. Okay. So the Star talks about wishes and the Chariot talks about movement. What I'm getting is, and I don't think it's you, it could have been, because we've got that Four of Pentacles twice, it's like, I'm hearing spoken wheels, and I understand what they're trying to tell me. I don't know if that is something specific to you, like a spanner in the works, kind of is the way it's coming through. I said the Wheel of Fortune's always turning. You know, what goes up must come down. We all have our lucky days and our unlucky days, okay? But when we have the unlucky days, we need to know that the wheel will turn in our favour again eventually. I got the message then that someone tried to stop the wheel from turning when they were at the top. I don't think it was you, but it's like somebody was doing well and they put a spanner in the works because they were profiting from something, right? They didn't want that. They didn't want the situation to change because they were getting a lot of money from it. So they did something where they kind of threw a spanner in the works. There was kind of something like some kind of hold up or some kind of blockage because they were making money from it. So the kind of example would be, I'm trying to think of a good example because I'm not good with money. Like I kind of am a little bit, but not brilliantly. It would be like something like you were going to move into a house and you moved into a house, right? And you had to pay a very large like say you were renting, you had to pay a large like, I can't even think what you call it anymore. It's been a long time since I rented. A large kind of fee that's kind of like if I damage the carpet and I leave, you can take the money out of this fund to fix the carpet. So I can't think what it's called now, but it's like it's a money that's held by the person who rents, and then you get it back at the end, assuming that you've not damaged the house. So you've given them that money, you've left the property, and they're meant to give you that money back, but they've held on to it for months because they are getting like they've invested it and they're getting like a certain percentage back on it every month. So it's in their interest to keep hold of that money and not release that money back to you because they want to keep getting that interest on it. So does that make any sense to you? That's kind of, it doesn't have to be that exact scenario, but it's that kind of mindset of somebody who's like, oh, I'm profiting from this, so I'm going to hold on to it and keep profiting it, even though I can see it's a burden to Capricorn. Oh, why did I put that away? I don't know. There we go. But I feel like it's caused some sort of hold up in your wishes because you want to move on. You want to reinvest that money elsewhere. But this person's being like greedy. Right, okay. So what's going on in the past action space, please? Hello? Okay, well, that's good that that's in the reverse. Yeah, it's like I just heard it's been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare. Whatever this thing is that you're dealing with. I feel like you're dealing with somebody who's a little bit unscrupulous. But there's your energy. I mean, you could be dealing with a Taurus as well. So it could, this is Taurian energy. So you could be dealing with a Taurus. It could be a father or a boss. But I do see this as your energy as well sometimes. Because it's kind of like, to me, it's the male equivalent of that Queen of Pentacles energy. I think this is telling me more about this situation, so I'm going to put these cards back in. So it's been a nightmare dealing with somebody, could be a father figure, someone who's holding back an investment, holding on to money, being very stubborn, could be a Taurus. Then you've got this Queen of Wands who's very passionate, very creative, could be a love interest, or it could be you or somebody else who's they're kind of like the they bring a lot of creative energy to whatever you're doing. It could be if this is some kind of like work project for you, like this could be the creative person, like the ideas person. It could be somebody who's very enthusiastic about something. They're very loyal with that. There could be like something to do with your luck tied up with this person. They're very loyal, very creative, very passionate. Very action-based energy. So it's almost to me like this is a stubborn energy and this person wants to get moving. So again, it could be a part of you that wants to get moving. The High Priestess could be, again, Scorpionic energy. It could be a mother. It could be... this is basically saying somebody here is really very intuitive. They are... they know... It could be something to do with laptop as well, something to do with the internet. Somebody who's very intuitive. They have a sense of what's going on, even though they perhaps don't have all the details. They kind of have, it's the kind of person who, like, if you're trying to be sneaky, they absolutely know. You know, they may not always speak, but they do have clarity about, you know, the subtleties of the situation. They can read the room. The Knight of Swords, this is communication and action. Someone coming in to cut through all the rubbish, right? Information coming in. So I don't know what, take all that as it resonates. I think it was clarifying what was causing this nightmare energy, but with it being in the reverse, I feel like you are coming out of it. You're coming out of a period where you felt very stressed. Okay. That Tower moment there as well, fair bit of Scorpionic energy at the start of this reading. So what's going on in Cappy's current action space, please? The Hermit. Yeah, so some of you are definitely being a little bit more independent here. Some of you are splitting from something, or at least withdrawing from a situation for a while. Again, she's kind of closing that laptop. There could be something like you've taken yourself off social media, or you are keeping in you've kind of gone a bit solo, but you're researching on the internet there. The laptop seems to be drawing my attention. And then what's going on in the future? Okay, quite a lot here. You're being quite secretive. Okay, you persevere. You've made a decision, I think, to persevere with something, but mentally you're preparing to move on. Why is Cappy? Because they're stuck. Okay. Three of Pentacles there again. Again, another card. Sorry about the nudity. Another card about working with other people, about teaming up, teamwork. Okay. And the Two of Cups. Yeah, you want to team up with people who are on your wavelength, who match you. You've got a lot of twos. So it could be that you work on something with a big group, but you've got the skills to go independent, but it's like maybe you're taking somebody with you. It's like you and somebody that you work with. Again, it doesn't have to be this, but it could be for some of you. You and somebody else that you work with, you're like, you know, together we've got all the skills that we need. It could be 3 people. We've got all the skills that we need to be able to go and take our knowledge from working here and start our own business elsewhere, but we know we can do it better, kind of thing, without all the red tape, something like that. I just feel like there's like red tape involved. Sorry, I'm just drinking my coffee again. Right, okay, so oh my goodness, what on earth is this reading? Right, so let's start at the beginning. In the past, I've got so many cards. I feel like it's something, it feels like a big deal. Maybe it is literally a big deal with this Ace of Pentacles. In your thoughts, it's like, I'm ready to make a new investment. I'm ready for coming up with a plan. It's very new, whatever it is. It's a new start, a new plan, a new investment, a new project. But you're being very grounded, really trying to figure out how am I going to make this happen? How am I going to make this real? How am I going to get started on this new opportunity that's coming in? So this was in your past. The Tower moment in the reverse. In your emotions. What is that? I might get another card on that one. You may be coming out of a Tower moment, something that really shook you up, caused you to be really quite anxious, quite stressed, quite depressed. But with these 2 cards in reverse, I think you, in the near past, you started to get over it, you started to come out of it, you started to refocus onto the new rather than lingering in the old energy. So what is that Tower moment in the reverse, please? 3 of Pentacles. So 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and it's just one person on this card. So it feels like there's definitely something to do with like how much effort you were putting in and how much effort other people were putting in, and maybe you were doing too much of the work, or maybe you needed to team up with people but you were persevering trying to do it on your own. Maybe you needed to ask for help but pride got in the way, something like that. But whatever that was, like, I see you emotionally coming out of it. This is like in your tangible reality, you know, actually coming out of a phase that was really quite, you know, like I was hearing like nightmare. It was a nightmare for you, whatever that was. And mentally you're preparing for the new, or you were. Right, so let's shuffle that over. What on earth is going on here? So, emotionally feeling quite overwhelmed by all your options, feeling like having a lot of options is actually quite a burden. It's almost like maybe you were kind of like, I wish that someone would just come in here and tell me what to do, because I don't know which direction to go in here. So that was feeling like a burden. Or it's like emotionally feeling very, very burdened because you possibly felt like you were being treated as an option by somebody. But this is quite heavy. It's a heavy load to carry. But you can see that he is almost home. He is almost at that castle. And when he gets to that castle, he can drop the burden. So again, it's this thing about property, about maybe you've been trying to buy a house. It's taken a long time and you're like, I just want to get in there, something like that. So the thing with this Seven of Cups card, though, is that he's actually pointing at us. So it's like, if you felt like someone was treating you as an option, they are actually choosing you. So they're not interested in all the other cups. So that might be something nice to hear for somebody. And then in the action space, you're going into this kind of like soul searching, hermit energy. This is like really taking a deep, dark dive into your own thoughts and emotions about a situation, really withdrawing from social events, withdrawing from the group, going quite solo because you've got stuff to figure out, right? It's like I can't be around all these other people. I've kind of got to be in my own energy to kind of really understand what I think and feel on this without the input of others, but maybe just keeping a connection with people there online, or doing some research, right? Taking this plan and doing some research on it on your own. There is this sense of like independence and teamwork, so I don't quite know which way you're going. But with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, now this is your energy, and I don't really like to see it in the reverse. This is you possibly neglecting, it's not in your action space, but you may be thinking, I don't want to neglect my responsibilities here. I want to make sure that, the Queen of Pentacles, she does team up with people. She can be a long-term partner, she can be a boss, she can be a mother. So there is this sense of like being connected to others. So you don't want to, look, she's got the peacock as well there. I don't want to be so focused on work that I neglect my family life. I don't want to be so focused on, what it is that I do, on making money or dealing with this investment that I'm not investing my time in the right places. So you may be mentally aware that you weren't investing in the right places. You may have cared too much about money or work than other things. So this is you kind of thinking, maybe I'm letting things slide here. Or you could be separating, with it being in the reverse, you could be separating from a long-term commitment of some kind, especially with the commitment card there. Then you're onto a fresh start, something you're very, very passionate about. This again feels like it's connected to this Ace of Pentacles energy. So this is you having an idea, coming up with a plan, taking an offer, and then getting very fired up and enthusiastic about it. But again, it leads it into this Hermit energy. It's like you have to go solo for a while with something. So again, you could have left a relationship. You need to go solo because you really need to figure out your own perspective on things here. It feels like you don't want to be forced down that path. You want to find your own way. So it's nice that your thoughts and your action space are matching here. You've took action on what you knew you needed to do. So then we go into this Page of Cups and Queen of Cups, into the Four of Pentacles. So there's something to do with emotions here. It could be that you want to make some sort of emotional offer to somebody. And I do feel like there's been a bit of a hold up. You could be dealing with a child, or you could be learning something emotionally. So in your thoughts, you are progressing from being almost naive with some kind of emotional truth And I think because of this hold up, your emotions have matured considerably into this Queen of Cups energy. So the Queen of Cups is very nurturing. She's very, very loving. She's approaching a situation with open arms. Interesting, you've got this Queen of Pentacles and then the Queen of Cups in the upright. You could be walking away from somebody who, either it's a change in yourself, a change of perspective, moving away from things that are money or work related or career related into a more emotionally giving, supportive, nurturing, caring more about the people around you rather than just the work that needs to be done. You can see that they're both very richly dressed though, so it's like you don't have to give up on the money completely. You can move forward caring about, sorry, my video cut out, still caring about the same things but in a more emotional way, but then hitting this. So yeah, it's like this blockage has been put in front of you on purpose by the universe, because they wanted you to think about because this is in your thoughts, right? So this is you thinking about how to make an emotional offer, and the blockage is actually causing you to mature in that energy, possibly. So do take that as it resonates. It's quite complicated. You've got a lot of cards and I don't have enough time to fully go into everything. So yeah, it could definitely be dealing with somebody who's very, very greedy. So you've changed, it feels like you've changed your approach, but you're figuring out how to do it better. So then over here, emotionally, you've invested a lot of time into something. I feel like you are disappointed with the way something worked out because you've invested a lot of time into it. So it's difficult for you, Capricorn, to walk away from something when you've invested a lot in it, because that feels like failure to you, right? It's like if you've invested in something, you want a return on that. You want something to show for it at the end of the day. I feel like you're leaving a situation with very little to show for it, but you are moving towards something that's better for you with that Two of Cups. So like I was saying here, it's like you may have invested a lot of time in work, right? A work project. You don't feel like you're being recognized for it. So but the good thing is that while you were at work, you met somebody who is going to be a great business partner for you in the future. So it's kind of like glass half full, right? Nothing's wasted. The time that you spent in that situation, you've gained a lot of skills, you've gained a lot of knowledge that you can take forward with you into a new situation. So there's a change of mindset, and you are being quite secretive about this. So whether it's that you haven't quite realized this yet yourself, or it's subconscious for you, or you're just hiding this fact from others, there is success in it. But you've got this Eight of Swords twice. You are definitely stuck emotionally and stuck physically. I think you don't know, with this Seven of Cups here as well, you don't know how to move, you don't know how to get out of this situation because you've got this blockage. Could be something to do with some kind of contracts. Maybe you've contracted to work for somebody for another 3 years and you're like, I want out. Or I don't know what it is, but you've got this card twice. This is incredibly stuck, not knowing which way to move, not knowing how to get out of a situation. Yeah, really, 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 really stuck. But it comes with this Fool card. So it's almost like preparing to take a leap of faith, preparing to do something new, preparing to cut your losses, right? Leave a lot of stuff behind. And it's like you may have to leave something material behind, but you're taking the skills and knowledge forward, and you can rebuild. So you know that there is success in this leap forward, but at the moment you're feeling very, very stuck, emotionally stuck. But you will be able to see, there will be a mindset that's like a winner's mindset here, where it's like I can rebuild, I can cut my losses, I can take the skills with me into the future, and I'm preparing to take a leap of faith. Mentally moving forward, mentally looking forward, moving forward, leaving choppy waters behind, getting out of that situation. And the interesting thing here is that the swords are actually surrounding her. It's very similar actually to these two cards here. So it's almost saying that even though you are mentally quite stuck at the moment, even though you can't, two of these women are blindfolded. Even though you can't see where you're going, mentally you are moving forward, you know, mentally and emotionally. So even though you are mentally stuck, logically you can't quite see a way out of the maze. Your emotions are carrying you. The thought, you're not really trapped. You're not really trapped, right? You think you're trapped, but the whole ship can move, is how that's coming through. So mentally you are moving forward, but you're doing it again with this change, right? This change, you're moving forward emotionally and mentally figuring out how to get out of something. So again, like with this Nine of Wands, it feels like a wall. I don't think you're going back. You can see this wall is behind her. I feel like you really are leaving something in the past, like totally moving on. The problem is how to move on. So the Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior card, something that's been a really long process. It's taken a lot out of you. It's really quite tiring. You've got these two nines here in your action space. So this tells me it has been a long time, but you are completing, you're getting close to the 10, which is a completion. So you are going to be able to complete this. You are going to be able to get out of this. It's just, I think you need to do it from an emotional space, not a mental space. But you have made the decision here. You've made the decision. She's looking across the water. You're going to get on one of those boats and you're going to go. You just don't see how. Okay. But you are resourceful, Capricorn. You're going to get out of there. Again, look, like this moth's trying to fly up, but all these swords are in the way. So there could be something to do with the opinions of others blocking you. Look, manifesting your way out of this situation into something new. I would say that if you are manifesting, something really important to do is not spend too much time thinking about the past or thinking about how you're stuck. Try and envision your future in positive ways. Try and see yourself doing what you want to be doing, like as much detail as you can. Envision yourself doing what you want. Envision yourself in the future that you're trying to manifest, and don't give too much thought into the stuck or past energy, because you actually give that more power. So what you dream about, you manifest. So just try and remember that as you move forward. Oh my goodness, do I have enough time to read all these cards? I've got 4 cards to read for you. So this is your advice. Okie dokie, so the Akashic Library. Inside a great library, candles cast glow upon the books in the tall shelves. A sage sits thoughtfully with an open book on his table and a quill pen in his hand. Sometimes this card can indicate writing or publishing a book for you, but this card also symbolises a new initiation, an ability to manifest a new life in every way. I just said that. You have moved deeper into the Akashic records and to higher self-awareness. Further investigation may be required, but you now have a better understanding of your old motives and new purposes. Yeah, whatever that thing you were stuck in the past, you are definitely preparing to get out of it. It could be some sort of cycle, like of your own making as well. Maybe you recognised some kind of like bad behaviour pattern in yourself. I'm not sure. It's also a time of heightened intuition as well as greater self-creation. During this phase, all you have to do is add a little conscious effort to write your new records in the Akasha. To get started today, write one simple declaration about the future you wish to create. Wasn't I just saying that? And repeat it to yourself often. Then decide one thing you can do to make it happen and do it. Anything can happen now. The breadth of the landscape before you rests solely, on the scope of your imagination and your will to own it. I was just saying that, and you had that reading a while back that was like that Page of Cups reading, and I was saying it's like your ability to dream is a huge manifestation tool. So definitely use that imagination, right? It's here with the Ace of Wands. Use that imagination of yours, Capricorn, and you're going to find a way out of that. Okay? All you have to do is keep dreaming and keep believing in your dreams. I do feel like you are, if anyone has the ability to make something happen, it's Capricorn. Okay, I feel like there's a bit of like self-doubt though, so you really need to shake that. Because your own self-doubt is holding you back. A big beautiful willow tree stands in the summer sun. This stately tree is strong and flexible. And this card upright is telling you that you are too. The willow spreads its roots deep and wide, creating a strong foundation that is capable of standing up to anything. Now is the time for you to stand tall and feel support of the earth beneath your feet. This card indicates a time of calm, so enjoy the peaceful energy now. It also signifies a time of power, perfect for reinforcing your foundation in your work, in your family, and in your spirit, and in the depth of your belief in yourself. Just like the willow, you have a peaceful strength, that's very Capricorn, drawn from the waters of your soul and extending through all of eternity. Stand confidently in your truth. Take the actions that support the growth of all things wonderful in your life and know that you are powerful. There you go, Capricorn. Didn't I say you can do this? You got this, right? You can do it, Cappy. The One of Keys. I really like this card. A man and woman in rich Egyptian dress stand at a table filled with structural drawings and measuring utensils. He is the architect. He is the architect of all they survey. I'm trying to rush, and he points to an unseen building in this expansive project. Again, unseen building, right? Throughout the scene, many workers toil on foundations, pylons, and palaces. Didn't you have two? This was talking about building strong foundations as well. So if you are building a house, check those foundations, make sure the foundations are strong. At a mundane level, you could find yourself involved in a building project or renovating and redecorating your home or workplace. Most important, this card shows that it's time for you to step into a position of power. Oh my God, same thing. In order to do that, you must recognize your talents and strength. I just said that, right? Cappy, have belief in your own talents and strengths, as well as your authority to take charge. An opportunity beckons that utilizes your skills perfectly. Feel the command you have over the great scope of the situation and take charge. Okay. Yeah, you've got this. You've got this. Do you know what? If you are like thinking about taking some sort of leadership role or something like that, and you're having some kind of self-doubts, I would say Cappies make really good bosses, like, because you are like this nurturing energy, right? You are this Queen of Pentacles, you know, he, she, there. You are this nurturing, stable, supportive energy. So if I was going to have a boss, I would love to have a Cappy boss. Like, yes. Roses are scattered around a contract on a brightly lit desk. Because I know, right? I know that whatever effort I put in, a Cappy boss would appreciate it. And I know that they would nurture me back, right? They would make sure that I had opportunities to pay me back for the hard work that I put in. So, you know, like, don't doubt yourself. I'm just going to... No, I don't need to stop and restart. We're good. Roses are scattered around a contract on a brightly lit desk. When this card appears upright, it means that a valuable union is at hand. A romantic commitment may be coming your way. My right ear is ringing. Or perhaps a love from your past lives is returning to you. A business commitment may be forthcoming, such as an offer of a promotion or a new job, or the opportunity to form a partnership to create a new business venture. Wasn't I saying that? This card could also indicate the signing of other types of papers, including the sale or purchase of a house or the beginning of a new investment. Who's a good tarot card reader? Didn't I say that before I even pulled any cards? I think I did. You can go back and check. Either way, this card is filled with light and it indicates that good results are in the offing. As with many cards, part of the meaning refers to you. It is a reminder to be conscious of your commitment to yourself. If you want others to put you first or to help bring happiness to your life, then you must commit to do the same. Your self-honouring choices will set the groundwork for your partnership to thrive. So there's something to do with like your own confidence, your own self-worth. Like, the universe can't bring things to you if you don't have the confidence to accept them when they come in, right? You have to have that self-worth and self-belief in yourself, and if you don't, then fake it, right? Fake it till you make it. But don't miss out on offers because you are unsure of yourself. Okay, it's better to try and fail, right? Because then at least you've learnt new skills, and you know what not to do next time. So go for it, Cappy. I've got faith in you. So can I get a song please to close out Cappy's reading? What does Cappy really like? Literally, like, Cappy, like, isn't that like... It's like captain, right? Cappy, captain. So even like what I'm calling you, I'm already calling you the captain of the ship. Go and get it done, Cappy. So, Cappy, 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 I want you to be happy. What's the most important song, please, that you can give us right now to really kind of pull this reading together? What do we really need to hear right now, please, for Cappy? Oh, advert. Okay, stupid adverts. So the song that you got, and I'm going to absolutely mangle this, was Voglio. hang on, I'm going to have to bring it closer. After Hours. Voglio una Pelle Splendida. I can't, it's so bad. So yeah, it's an Italian band. Part of me trying to learn Italian by listening to songs. Like, you can see how well that's paying off. 2 songs as well that it advertised there, if you caught that before I paused, was Maluma, and I'll look up the song and try and get that in the description box for you as well. And Topic, ATB and A78, Let Me Feel Your Love 9 PM. So I don't know if those songs as well have any relevance, but I thought I'd note them down because, you know, they played when I asked for a song and you got 3. So yeah, I'll make a note of those. But your song that it gave you is this Voglio una Pelle Splendida by After Hours. So go and have a look at that. Have a look at the video, look up the lyrics, translate them, which is what I'm going to have to do, and see what that says to you. There's a message in there somewhere for you. Maybe you just look excited for the pub. My video cut out. It was 1444 on my timestamp them as well. I don't know if that's any relevance to anyone, but yeah, the pubs are reopening soon here in the UK and people are quite excited. Someone at work has taken 4 days off work to go to the pub and enjoy it. So yeah, After Hours, I don't know, there could be something there for somebody. However it relates to you, take it that way. And yeah, I will see you again soon. Do take care, Cappy. I can't speak anymore. My coffee's gone. Maybe I need to go and rehydrate. Do take care. I'll see you again soon. And best of luck with getting out of whatever that situation is that you're trying to move on from. And yeah, finger guns, I'll see you again soon.